Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Now that we have the cooling system figured out, I'm actually really happy with how the Kubota V2403 is performing. However, the last couple of times that I've driven the Wrangler and gotten it around 45 miles per hour, I still don't have a calibrated speedometer. I noticed a vibration coming out from the rear end. So today, we're going to go underneath the Wrangler and see if we can't figure that out.
Okay everyone, it's a very minor change, but I think it's what's causing my vibrations. I can see right here where the double cardian joint is twisting ever so slightly to go into the rear axle. I am going to double check that everything's tight and nothing's loose. Well, everything seems tight. So, yeah, I think what I'm going to do is support the drivetrain and modify these mounts so I can shift everything over just ever so slightly. And I think once I do that, we'll be good. So, let's get to work. Okay guys, so I got it off. I didn't realize I didn't paint this. This is bare metal, so I think I'm gonna tape this off and paint this real quick so it doesn't rust. I really thought I painted that. But I think what I'm gonna do is, because you can kind of see where the holes line up, I think I'm gonna just enlarge in this hole and that hole so I have some movement. Again, I don't need a lot. I just need about like that. I mean, it's not a ton of space, or a ton of movement I should say, but it's just enough that will make a huge difference. So back to work. Alright, this piece of metal was incredibly difficult to drill through, but I have some of these grade 10 bolts and they are more than long enough, so I'm going to use them. It goes through both, and I'm going to put washers and lock washers and nuts on it. So we're going to go ahead and reattach the bar. I'm thinking about going ahead and putting the mount back on the bar as well, so when we go to lift it, it's all just in one place. So I can ever so slightly shift the drivetrain so I can get a straighter angle to the rear axle. So back to work. Okay everyone, I have a theory on what the vibration is. I have to go back and rewatch the original footage, but I remember how much I struggled to attach this plate and this centerpiece to the support bar. I kind of remember having a pry bar here to get the bolt in. And what I think happened was I had everything under so much tension that when I'm getting up to speed, I'm fighting that tension. So this bolt on this side kind of goes through right now. Let's see. Yeah, that'll work. So what I'm thinking about doing is getting that out of the way, center punching this and drilling a new hole and bolting this all up so the drive line is not in tension. Then buttoning everything back up and taking it for a test drive and see how it goes. So back to time lapse.
All right, I've got everything buttoned back together. So now what I'm gonna do is take the GoPro, put it on my magnetic mount, mount it underneath the Wrangler, go for a test drive so I can actually see what the driveline is doing. And if I do still have a vibration, I'll have something I can analyze to figure out where the vibration is coming from. So see you in a bit. Well, that footage was eye-opening. Two observations. One, my transfer case is leaking fluid, which I kind of need to take my transfer case out anyway because it doesn't want to shift properly. Once it's in a range, it works just fine. But I think I built something wrong when I rebuilt the transfer case last year, so we need to pull it apart anyway, figure out what the shifting issue is, and quite frankly, we need to seal it back up so I'm not leaking fluid. Two, that transfer case is moving around a whole lot, and now I'm thinking that movement was the source of my vibration. Now, the vibration was better. I'm not going to say it was gone, but it was significantly less. My two current thoughts right now on what could be causing it would be either the tubular bar that I made the cross member out of is not big enough and it's flexing, but that was like 1/4 inch steel, so that should be fine. But the other thing I'm kind of realizing as I'm talking about this right now is I have no idea what the bushings are that I put in it are from. So I think I am gonna go do some internet researching and see if I can't get a stiffer bushing to put in the cross member. So see you in a moment. Hey everyone, it's actually been a couple of days after consulting KubotaSwappers, Ronnie, and a couple other people I really trust. I believe the issue is actually the bushing that I installed in my cross member. So I went online, I figured out what size the bushing was, and I got a replacement bushing. Now this is a polyurethane bushing for like a 1970s Chevy 2500 truck leaf spring. So I mean, they're designed for a ton of weight. They're super stiff, and I'm gonna install it and see if that takes care of the vibration that I'm feeling out of the rear end of my Wrangler right now when I get around 45 miles per hour. We're gonna go back underneath the Wrangler and install this harder polyurethane bushing. So let's get to work. Okay guys, I am going to open the shop, but I can't take it for a test drive. It is supposed to rain all week. It is still raining. It's nighttime, and even though I have the front section of the hardtop, I am missing the rear window on the hardtop. So we're just going to open the shop real quick, turn it on, and see if there is a noticeable difference in terms of vibration and noise at idle. Be right back. Fire in the hole! Okay, finally, there is a break in the rain outside. It's been raining here for like 6 days straight. So, we're gonna go quickly do a test drive. I'm gonna hook the GoPro to the frame again, and we're gonna see if replacing the bushings with those polyurethane bushings has removed a lot of the movement out of the transfer case. And I'll also report back on how it feels at speeds as well. So, See you soon. Okay, everyone. I'd have to say it was a significant improvement. One of my fears was you'd feel a lot more of the diesel engine through the frame at idle, and you definitely do. It actually feels like, you know, those cheap hotels that have like the vibrating bed. It's kind of funny. But anyway, the vibration while you're driving is virtually gone. I do notice now that when it tries to get into fourth gear, everything is unhappy, but I think it's because it's trying to shift into fourth gear way too soon. And fourth gear on my AW4 is a 0.7 instead of a 0.75. So I probably just need to go back into the CompuShift TCU and adjust that. But overall, I'm actually really happy with it. I think the next thing we really need to tackle on this are gauges. I need more information. I need to know, how fast am I going? How much fuel do I have? What's my oil pressure? What's my coolant temperature? Which I keep saying I'm going to install the coolant temperature gauge, and I still haven't. So there's still a lot of things we need to button up, and it is truly true when they say the last 10% of a project takes 90% of the time. So leave a comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you didn't, you know what to do. And hey, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you have, as always, you're awesome. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video very soon. Goodbye.